Hello there again and welcome to Trending News here on Atlantic TV, a platform where we give you the latest in trending news, sports, entertainment and business. I'll be right back to give you the news in detail after this short break. Do stay with us. Welcome back. On to our very first trending news for the day. Abba Kyari, 4 others in NDLEA custody. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has confirmed that the suspended Deputy Commissioner of Police, DSP Abba Kyari, and 4 other police officers are now in his custody. NDLEA spokesperson Femi Babafemi confirmed this in a statement on Monday, hours after the anti-drug agency declared Kyari wanted. Moving on to our next trending news, the trial of a 300-level mass communication student of the University of Lagos, Chidinma Ojukwu, who is suspected to have killed the chief executive officer of Super TV, Osufo Ataga, continued on Monday at the Lagos High Court sitting at the Tafawa Balewa Square. A co-founder of Super Network Limited, owners of Super TV, Mr. Rahman, took to the witness box to testify that a total of 7 multiple stabs were found on Agatha's neck. He also said there were 1 to the stomach and several on the sides of the rib and 1 leading to the left ventricle of the chest. Moving on to our next story, nobody should address Pantimi as Professor ASU. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, on Monday kicked against the promotion of Ali Issa Pantimi, the Minister of Communication and Digital Economy, as a professor, describing it as illegal. Last year, the Federal University of Technology, Owerri, had named the minister as a professor in cyber security during its Council 168th meeting. Addressing a press conference after its National Executive Council meeting, ASU President Professor Emmanuel Sodeke said the minister was not qualified for the appointment as a professor. ASU strike. The Academic Staff Union of University has announced the commencement of a rollover 4-week strike beginning from yesterday. However, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Senator Chris Ngigi, has described the 4 weeks warning strike as illegal vacation. In an interview with some journalists, Ngigi said the strike was unwarranted. Similarly, the Ministry of Education said yesterday it was aware of the strike action by the union. Moving on to our next story, it is Buhari's prerogative to plan his succession, Emefiele. In reaction to speculations around interest in the 2023 presidential race, which has seen vested interest by many, Central Bank Governor Mr. Godwin Emefiele yesterday said it was the prerogative of President Muhammadu Buhari to plan his succession in line with best global practices for good governance and continuing peace and progress of the country. He also stressed that he remained focused on his job and pressed to continue supporting the Buhari-led government's economic recovery drive. Moving on to our next story, FCTA threatens demolition. The Federal Capital Territory Administration, FCTA, has threatened to demolish the official residence of the President of the Senate and the Speaker of the House of Representatives, as well as other principal offices of the National Assembly, presently under construction. The coordinator of Abuja Metropolitan Management Council, AMC, Umar Shaibu, made the threat yesterday when he appeared before the House of Representatives Ad Hoc Committee investigating the real estate sector in the FCT. Moving on to our next story, Delta State Governor assures justice for boy who died after flogging. The Delta State government has assured that it will follow through with a logical conclusion the case of the fatal flogging of a 19-month-old pupil of a private school in Asaba to ensure justice. Commissioner for Information, Mr. Charles Anowogwa, said on Monday in Asaba that the state government was interested in the matter. The government has since ordered the closure of the school. Moving on to our next story, Tanko makes U-turn. Abdulmalik Tanko, the school teacher who confessed to abducting and killing 5-year-old Hanifat Abubakar, has denied the murder charges levied against him. When the charges were read to him and his accomplice, Tanko and the second person accused, Hashimu Isiaku, pleaded not guilty to the charges, except the first of criminal conspiracy. The third accused person, Fatima Jibrin, also pleaded not guilty. Moving on to the entertainment sector, Davido spent 11.6 million on Valentine's gift. Popular singer Davido also joined in the extravagant spending that took over social media yesterday, February the 14th. Taking to his Instagram page, the father of 3 shared a receipt of his latest doings, which rolled into millions of naira. According to details in the receipt, Davido, who purchased 2 luxurious items, one of which was a designer handbag, total sum was about 11.6 million naira. Davido also captured the moment he made payment for the items in foreign currencies. Moving away from entertainment news, we move to news happening across Africa. France likely to pull out of Mali but will remain in Sahel. France troops will remain mobilized and continue to fight terrorism in the Sahel region but will no longer be in Mali. This is what the French Foreign Affairs Minister announced after a virtual meeting with European counterpart on Monday. The leaders discussed their country's future as they fight Islamic insurgency in Western Africa. Mounting tensions between France and Malian authority triggered what French President Macron called for a need for significant changes in the country's military presence. Moving away from that, we move to business news. Trading at Nigerian Stock Exchange dipped by 75 billion as Airtel BUA Lafelle prices depreciate. Trading opened on the floor of the Nigerian exchange on Monday on a negative note due to profit taking in Airtel Africa and 22 other stocks. The market capitalization dipped at 75 billion to close at 25.306 trillion from 25.435 trillion achieved on Friday. Also, the all-share index lost 139.02 points to close at 47,063.82 compared to 47,202.30 points as of Friday. Accordingly, the month-to-end and year-to-date return moderated to 1.0% and 10.2% respectively. The negative performance of the market was driven by price depreciation in large and medium capital stocks, including Airtel Africa, Nigerian Exchange Group, BUA Food, Custodian Investment, and Lafelle Africa. Moving away from business news, we give you sport news. I am prepared to miss out on trophies in order to avoid corona vaccination, says Djokovic. Novak Djokovic says he is not against anti-vaccination, but he is prepared to miss Wimbledon, French Open, and any other tournament in order to maintain control of what goes into his body. Saying he is not against vaccination but will skip Grand Slam tournament if he is forced to take the jab against COVID-19. Djokovic, who is unvaccinated, was deported from Australia ahead of the first Grand Slam of the year after 11 days following 2 visa cancellations, 2 court challenges, and 5 nights at an immigration detention hotel. The Serbian is set to return to action at the Dubai Duty Free Tennis Championship, which begins on February the 21st. Still on sport news, the UEFA Champions League is back and the first round of 16 matches are set to kick off today at 8 p.m. Nigerian time. The first leg of those matches will see PSG host Real Madrid, and also Sporting CP will play against Manchester City. Moving on to health news, daily COVID-19 tracker. 75 new cases have been confirmed in Nigeria with no death recorded so far. Nigeria currently has a total number of 254,091 confirmed cases with 20,493 active cases, bringing the total discharge cases to 230,475, and the total death rate stands at 3,141. As always, it is encouraged that you wear your face masks, wash your hands regularly under running water, and by all means avoid overcrowded places. You can as well follow us on all our social media handles now displaying at the bottom of your screen. Thank you so much for having this time with us. Until we come your way again next time, please do stay safe.